And good morning once again. We have Your Life Matters with clinical social worker Dr. Beth Plachetka from Safe Harbor Counseling, and Dr. Beth Speaks. And Dr. Beth is with us again in studio. Good morning, Doctor.
Hi, Mike. What's going on today?
Not too much. How about you? You doing all right?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good.
And today, I really wish our listeners could see the room we're in, because with all the shelves of vinyl clad in sleeves and memories that are there.
Hundreds and hundreds of 45s and LPs, yeah.
Well, and I told you that one day I pulled one off and I thought, oh my gosh, just looking at it, I knew where I was. I didn't even have to hear anything. I knew where I was when I heard it. Yeah. I was back in high school really quick. And it's amazing what music can do to your memories. I mean, we all have those, wedding memories or baby memories or teen memories. But there's actually been some research on this and some experiments, because we know that music matters in our emotional health, our memory, our learning, and it motivates us. So if we start with our brains, we know our brain lights up. It's stimulated during an experience, and usually it's recalled by the five senses: the seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touch,
Sure.
But music ties them together. Those are little different parts, and you might remember where you saw it, but you don't remember anything else, but the music brings it together. So I'm guessing that many of our listeners might remember a Saturday morning show that had little commercials in it called Conjunction Junction.
Oh, yeah, Schoolhouse Rock.
Yes, yeah. And, we could start singing Conjunction Junction, what's your function?
Right.
And people would go right into how it brings thoughts together or words together. There was when I was teaching 8th grade, somebody taught me the preposition dandy. It was to all the 50 prepositions,
Right.
You sing it to Yankee Doodle Dandy. So, it was a cappella mess is what it was. And we laughed, and, they took their test and stuff. But 2 years later, Kim came back. She just happened to be walking by, and I was there, and she goes, hey, I took a preposition test today. She goes, all I had to do is hum Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Whatever works.
It works. And then, those are young brains. But then there was a documentary called Alive Inside, and it was in 2014. This guy who was a social worker, I think his name was Dan Cohen, they were specializing in dementia patients. And so he asked the families, hey, what did your parent or what is your patient like music-wise? He made little playlists for them and started playing them by them. What they found, no matter what the kind, because it was jazz, rock, classical, whatever, people who couldn't speak began to sing and would start to dance or sway to the music.
Wow.
Some of them, even with dementia, remembered where and when that happened, where they were and when it happened, and what was going on when they listened to that music. So we know that listening to and performing music reactivates that brain. It associates our memory and our reasoning and our speech. It gives us emotion and reward. So there's that good feeling that comes usually. And those are the things that also reinforce it, because that goes to that reptilian part of the brain that we talk about so much when we talk about trauma. Well, it also takes in the good stuff.
Yeah.
So it brings in that kind of music.
It's wild how it can cut through and have that effect.
It's just amazing. And then I'm sitting here thinking, like, you get to do this all day long. and so, but now I will say, sometimes kids will say, I can listen to anything, it'll help me learn. But you really do have to make sure that it's not an interfering beat. If you're going to learn your times tables and you've got a nice rhythmic beat to the music, you might be able to learn it. Or if you're the periodic table. But some of it would be jarring and it wouldn't create learning. That would be music to listen to as the reward after the learning.
Well, I wonder what people think when they hear our little theme song that we just fired off right now at the start and end of our segment. Hopefully it's bringing good thoughts to them as they enjoy this show each week. It's Your Life Matters with clinical social worker Dr. Beth Plachetka from Safe Harbor Counseling and Dr. Beth Speaks. You can contact Safe Harbor at 630-466-8657. And we hope you join us next week, too. Go online for this show and other shows and resources on previous topics at safeharboril.com.